Okay, good morning. I just want to do a video to let everybody know what a serious situation that I'm in with my kids. I know that that's obvious already, but I just want to make it even more obvious because I often don't say things in my videos about my kids and the judge because I am traumatized, scared, and it hurts me to talk about it. But I gotta get it out there. So this judge took my kids for no reason. There was an emergency hearing. Yes, the wiretapping charges came out the next week. However, I had not been charged with the wiretapping yet. I already had the strangulation hanging over my head for the last year and had my kids full time. He only had them 2 overnights per month, and that's what he chose, and that's what we agreed on. He got them like on Tuesdays for like 2 hours when he had time to do so. Otherwise, every other Saturday night they stayed there, and that was it. And everybody knows during that time frame I was going through all kinds of hell through courts of all sides, criminal, divorce, PFA court, which I have the PFA against him, but he's used PFA to steal things from me, which is another story. So then one day the police show up at my house. I'm working. My children had just gotten off the bus, and they bang on all the doors, front and back, for my kids. And then they hand them over to Gino and his girlfriend, who are waiting in my driveway. And I have no clue why. No attorney out there knows why. The judge has not said why. Nobody knows why, because there is no reason. There is no reason why. And things like this can happen in custody court where it's nasty, and particularly if one party has more money than the other. I'm sure that people are being paid off here by my ex. He can tell you all that he wants, that this is all the judge on me, but this is him actually doing this. He's requesting still that I have paid supervised visits until the kids are 18. If I say anything, okay, so the new order just came out, and then, okay, I've done everything that this judge has said. First, it was do a mental eval, which nobody knows even why, and see my kids at the supervised place. So I did the mental eval, and she told me when I was my own attorney that once I did that mental eval, if Dr. Bush said I could see my kids unsupervised, then she would allow it. Well, guess what? Dr. Bush said multiple times throughout the mental eval that I can see my kids unsupervised, no problem. So I go to court with an attorney last time thinking I'm going to get unsupervised because I did what she said, and Dr. Bush said what she wanted him to say. Well, guess what? It's still not good enough. Now it's even way more extreme. Court went even way worse with an attorney than it did when I was there by myself. Probably because my attorney is new and he doesn't know enough or care enough about the situation as I do. So when I hear Eric D over here saying X, Y, and Z, I will speak up and say, no, that's not what happened. No, that's not the right date, blah, blah, blah. Well, my attorney can't do that for me, you know? So anyways, so I'm not sure where to start, either with the new order or just how my attorney has straight up. My attorney, supposedly, my judge likes this attorney, he says. And I'm lucky that he's my attorney because she likes him. Well, she doesn't like him as much as Eric D. That's her little puppy dog. And it would appear that she hates your effing guts, attorney, is how she acts by treating me that way in court. So I have done nothing to do this, to deserve this. I have been a great mom, and I've never abused my children. And seriously, everyone who knows me I am an awesome mom. I've always been there for my kids. I put my whole life on hold for my kids. For them to be ripped off of me and given to the girlfriend who tries to live life exactly like me, and they're keeping my kids oppressed and abused by keeping them from their mother. So I have not been able to see them because of the stupid coronavirus, and all these places are closed, and my attorney doesn't want to help me. This judge doesn't want to help me. I call the judge's office asking, where can I see my kids? I'm told, do not call back. If I call back, she's going to file sanctions against me. The new order that she just put out, which I was supposed to be able to get unsupervised visits. After Dr. Bush said that, she didn't grant it. Says hell no, and wants me now to go to cognitive therapy, which cognitive therapy is basically like regular effing therapy. It's nothing really that special. Look it up. Let's get together and talk about our problems, maybe write about them, whatever. I already do that. I'm already in cognitive therapy, have been in it since I was married, for my marriage, actually. So, anyways, I gotta do cognitive therapy, and the new order is psychotic. I only have a picture of it from my attorney because I didn't get one mailed. I asked for it multiple times from my attorney, and he never sent it to me. Finally, after begging him, he took a picture of it and texted it to me. And it's crazy that he basically saying, which Gino had said he didn't want me telling the kids it was costing $80 an hour to see them because he says it makes him look bad. Well, it does. Because you're a fucking prick, but my kids need to know what's going on and why I haven't been able to see them or what's going on. Well, anyways, it says all throughout this new order, if I say anything to my kids about custody or seeing them or them living with me, which is complete insanity, that all my daily phone calls and my 4 hours of paid visitation per week that I don't even effing get will cease. They'll cease. Okay, this is for no reason. I do not deserve this. Give me my kids back, So what tiny bit of custody I have, which is basically nothing, will cease if I talk to my kids about wanting to see them or trying to get them back or anything like that. I mean, this is insane. I've never heard of this before. Neither has anybody else. My attorney tells me the judge hates your guts. Okay, he's told me this multiple times. And he knows why. So she hates my guts because of my videos, which the videos came after she took my kids. They came after she took my kids. Why? Because I was flipping out because my kids were ripped off of me, a stay-at-home mom. I've been home with my kids, the only caregiver of my kids their whole lives, were ripped off of me by police for no reason. And then all these insane charges came down, and I was on YouTube yelling for my kids and my life for help because this is insane and this never should have happened. And she's really mad about my videos because I had called her out in some of them saying that this judge took my kids for no reason and this is wrong, and I guess she wasn't expecting anyone to ever do that, so she's really mad. And she even said that she's watched all my videos and she's basically obsessed, and says that she even did some from her bed, laying in a bed, and she talks like a lunatic, like real loud and screechy, and who knows, maybe I do too, but I'm just giving you how you can see. And all these attorneys that I've talked to, because I've talked to hundreds at this point, all through Greensburg, everywhere. The people that work in Greensburg and court employees, people that work at other agencies that supposedly help people in need during court cases, which they really don't. They just say that. They don't help me, at least. They have all said that this judge is psycho, cruel, a screamer, cold-hearted, cold, all of these things. And this is my judge. And Gino could agree, so Gino can blame her all he wants, but Gino is calling the shots here. we could come to an agreement at any time. He could give me my kids back. He could let me see my kids. But he's not going to do that. So he's going to ride this out with the judge as long as possible. And I'm really afraid that something crazy is going to happen where she is going to take away my kids 100%. I am doing everything right, and it's not going to matter because it hasn't mattered yet. And I should have never had them taken off me in the first place. And I've had lots of attorneys tell me that, but nobody wants to go up against her. So I'm begging my attorney to... Oh, yeah, and so that's why I had to do a little video in a bed, because I'm like, oh, yeah, well, I've done videos in, yes, a bed, a hotel, my car, a park, whatever is convenient. I'm not trying to be impressive or weird or anything by doing it in an effing bed, so get over it is all I can say. And like I said, the videos have nothing to do with why she took my kids, but they do have to do with why she's keeping them. And really, it's all political. It's all personal against me. It's all personal against me. That's what it is. It's 100% personal against me for no reason other than I have people trying to hurt and control me and keep my kids from me. So I'm trying to get this judge off my case. She's already told me she won't step down. I know another person that she stole their kids from her. She's a therapist, and her daughters were stolen and given to the father by the same judge. She said she's pro-father. She asked if the judge would step down. She said no. Well, anyways, my attorney's like, you're asking me, a place I work all the time, to have a judge step down, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, you have told me all the time that she's biased, that she hates my effing guts. So I, either need an attorney who's going to represent me, the client, and not the judge. Not the biased judge. And if you're going to represent the biased judge over me, then you need to give me my money back. I will represent myself, and I will ask her to step down. Well, anyways, she's probably not going to step down. It's probably going to have to be taken to Superior Court to get my kids back. This is a very dangerous, scary situation. If anybody can help me, if anyone knows any direction, please let me know. Otherwise, I do have one friend who did take her case to Superior Court over an emergency custody case where her kid was stolen through emergency custody, and it did go to Superior Court, and she did win. And this guy is the same situation, similar as far as he has a lot of money, and he's a fucking controlling douchebag. But the courts found it to be oppressive and abusive to the children and to the mother for doing that. And that is the same thing that's happening to my family. Oppression and abuse through the court system, mainly because of my ex. And now he's using all of these people, all these politicians and attorneys to continue to hurt me and destroy my life. And I was trying to get away from him to have a better life for me and my kids. So I think I hit all the highlights, but it's scary. It's not good. I need help. I'm in a bad situation, and I just want my kids home where they belong, home with me. That's the only thing that's going to make this better for me and my kids, is to reunite us and keep us together, because this has been extremely traumatizing, to say the least, for all four of us.